Stick around because I'm about to share 3 tips on how to make it in business development. Business development is a taxing job if you don't know how to do it. If you don't know what business development is, it is sales. You're selling something, you're finding and developing new business. There are 2 groups of business developers. One is a director level business development person who you're normally bringing onto the team because they have contacts. But the majority of people that are in business development are actually just low-level salespeople that are in it to either cold email to find new clients or sell inbound leads, sell people that are contacting the company on working with their company. I have done both. I'm the chairman of a lead generation company called X27, and I teach people on YouTube how to generate more leads. We've booked meetings with most of the Fortune 500 at this point, and our focus is finding billion-dollar brands. So I know a thing or two about business development. I also started as a junior sales guy in New York City, and within 2 years had outsold the founders of the company and the director of biz dev. So I know a thing or two about business development. Here are my top 3 tips on how to make it in business development. Number 1 is care about the customer more than your team. Meaning, know the customer's problems and know why they're buying from you, specifically from you and your company. Meaning, you gotta know why your competitors suck, and you have to go through that entire customer buying process. One of the first things I did when I was working at the app development company in New York City is I Googled app developers NYC. I tried to do what a customer would do, and I came up with a bunch of companies that the customers would likely be talking to. I looked at all of those competitors' websites, figured out in my mind why we were better, and I was able to come to the customers with those conclusions. Not directly telling them like, hey, we're better than X company because we do this, but just knowing those helped so much in my confidence and my delivery when it came to selling clients on working with us specifically. Hey, we're giving away the Email 10K course to one of our lucky subscribers for free. To win, all you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have some crazy cold email and business content on here. Subscribe to the mailing list, which you can do by going to email10k.com/checklist and getting our free cold email optimization checklist. Like this video and share this video, and fill out the attached Google form. Your chances multiply every single time you share one of our videos, and the winner is going to be announced at the end of this month. So go complete those steps for a chance to win our $1,000 course, Email 10K. You can get that for free. And that goes for your team too. If the business you're selling has obvious shortcomings, then it's up to you as a salesperson to either improve that about your business by constantly pitching the owners on improving, getting out, or selling something else. And that's exactly what I did at the app development company. I pitched the founders constantly on how we could be positioning ourselves differently, on what we could improve, and they made me director of marketing. That was it, junior salesperson to director of marketing, by just pointing out problems and solutions. And if you are a salesperson and you know why your company sucks, and you tell the founders and they don't fix it, go to one of your competitors. You're a great salesperson. Look at you, you're following these tips. You're on this YouTube channel. If you're not on this YouTube channel, subscribe to this YouTube channel because we do tips like this all the time. You're obviously trying to improve yourself. You're a great salesperson. Go somewhere else that deserves you. Number 2 is once you've internalized what your customers are seeing and why your company is better, fill your calendar with as many meetings as you can. Sounds super simple. How do you get a bunch of meetings on your calendar? Huh? You might be wondering. Well, it starts by defining your goal. You, as a junior salesperson, as a business development rep, you want to be booked back to back to back to back. You want as many meetings, as many proposals going out as humanly possible. And that means, whether it's your job or not, you need to be cold calling. You need to go to events every single day if you have to. Send cold emails. Follow up with literally everybody. Hustle more and you'll sell more. It's that simple. The more activity you're doing, as long as you're optimizing and improving that activity based on real feedback, the more you're going to sell. Simple as that. And the better you're gonna do, the higher the chance you're gonna make it in business development. And your boss is not gonna tell you to do all this stuff. The boss isn't gonna be like, make 100 cold calls this week, go to 10 events, find X number of leads. They're not gonna outline this for you because they don't do it themselves and they don't really even know the level of activity that is possible. So start doing all this stuff, assign it as your own, and then maybe you'll become director of business development and you can tell your juniors to do this as well. That's number 2, fill your calendar with meetings however you can. The biggest generators of meetings when I was in New York City were events. I would go to meetups constantly. I even hosted my own meetup that ended up with 3,000 members. Cold emailing, which is making a list of companies that I thought would be a good fit for our company and pitching us to them, listing us in directories. I would go out and list our agency in Clutch and answer Quora questions and do inbound marketing. And then working referrals. I would talk to every customer that I was able to talk to and ask them if they had anybody we could do business with. I talked to our past customers to try to re-engage them. I would pitch ideas to different departments. So we were working with University of Oklahoma at one point, and I pitched them on a Board of Regents app. We would explore constantly new avenues within the companies that we had to increase our revenue that way. Number 3 is work all parts of the pipeline. Meaning at any point in your sales career, in your day-to-day, at any given time, you want people being added to your pipeline. You want people being moved forward from contact to negotiation to close, and you want people closing. Every week that should be happening. You should get 1 close a week at least. You should be moving a couple people through your pipeline. You should be adding new people to your pipeline. And you might say 1 close a week, that's crazy because we were selling 100K plus deals. Well, I was getting pretty close. I think we ended up with a close every 2 weeks on average for our number, which is pretty insane. And the way that we're able to do that is high volume. We want people being added constantly. We've generated millions of dollars in revenue for our clients and ourselves just from cold email. The problem is if you've tried cold email, it's not as straightforward or easy as it looks. We've put together the cold email optimization checklist that we use internally to make sure all our cold emails are of the highest quality in a very straightforward checklist format. To get it, go over to email10k.com/checklist. Even when you hit quota for the week, let's say you closed the 1 deal you're supposed to close, you want to keep adding people to the pipeline so that you can get ahead of next week's number. Based on a salesperson's numbers now, you can tell that they were lazy 6 months ago. And really, you should be doing this yourself. When I was a salesperson, I would look at my numbers and I'd be like, this week my sales suck because 3 weeks ago I didn't go to an event. And you want to be able to track it that well and then use that as motivation. There's a huge lag in results. So you could go even 2-3 months of being lazy, your boss will never know. But then on month 4, when your numbers aren't where they need to be, you'll get fired. There's a huge lag, which makes it easy for salespeople to get lazy. Because what that also means is you could slack off for 2 months and then work for 1 month and still have a chance of hitting your number. If you do that, you might rank in business development, but you're not going to be the number 1 person at the company doing that. The number 1 person is working and filling their pipeline consistently with leads, moving deals forward, and closing deals. So those are my 3 tips on how to make it in business development. Care about the customer over your own team, fill your calendar with meetings however you can, and always work all parts of the pipeline. You do all 3 of those things, you're gonna make it in business development. Thanks for watching the video. I'm Alex Berman. Subscribe for more content like this. Like this video to encourage this type of content. And let me know down below, are you trying to make it in business development? What are some of the things you're struggling with? Let's get a conversation going. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.